So we just got back from Hawaii. It was absolutely incredible. It was more than we could have ever wished for. Amazing. When we were on the way back in the Honolulu airport, we were kind of going over some of the images from the trip, and we were looking at a particular set that we shot in Volcanoes National Park at one of the dormant craters that they have. What I was doing is I had the camera over my head, and I was shooting some portraits of Julie overhead with the crater in the background and some fog and mist. What I do when I shoot at a slow shutter speed, which I was, is I shoot a burst. So I shoot like maybe 10 images in a row to make sure that I've got at least one that's in focus and doesn't have a lot of camera shake. And while we were looking through that series of images, we saw one that kind of made us both pause simultaneously and look at each other like, what the hell is this? It turns out we caught something that kind of looks like a UFO. I really don't have any kind of other explanation for it. I thought maybe it was a steam vent, because I know there's steam vents around. I looked and compared it to photos of like birds and bugs that were shot with a slow shutter speed, and it doesn't really look like that. It's clearly lit from the top. It's got a shadow underneath, as if it's, you know, flying in the sky, and it appears so quickly between shots. The timestamp on the two photos, there's one without the craft or whatever it is, and there's one with it. The timestamp is the exact same second mark, meaning that these frames are back to back. So whatever it was had to have been going extremely fast for it to show up in one frame and not the other. So it blew my mind. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna drop the raw file in a link in the description so you can check it out yourself. I shot in raw format, meaning I cannot doctor these photos. These are how they appeared on the camera the day it was shot, so there's no trickery here. I didn't mess with these. I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a bird. Maybe somebody out there in the world can give me an idea of maybe what we captured. I'm not super inclined to think that it's aliens, but if it is, hey, maybe you're a UFO guy, let me know. But either way, drop me some comments, let me know what you think I captured, because I'd sure like to know. Otherwise, I'm gonna say it's Klingons. Yeah, see for yourself. Okay, so let's have a look at what I'm talking about here. As you can see here, I've shot a burst of photos. I've got several here. Looks about, in this particular burst, I've got about 10. So let's go along here and I'll show you. I'll turn the timestamp on so you can see in the upper left hand corner what I'm talking about. And we'll go to the two in question, which is 1778 and 1779. And you see here CR2, that's a raw file. And look at that. What is that? This is what immediately caught our attention, and let me just change the contrast here so it kind of stands out. See if I can drop that. And it immediately kind of pops out more. It appears to be sort of a solid object. And normally with like a bird or a bug, you would see some sort of wings or just anything protruding off of it. So immediately it already kind of pops out as being sort of disc shaped or conical. Yeah, and that's, I don't know how to explain that. So let me show you. I'll reset this and just show you how close the timestamps are. So this is, look here, 9/21/51. And I'll go back to 1778 and it's 9/21/51. So they're literally milliseconds apart. Boom, boom. One right after the other. And this was shot over my head. Neither of us heard anything. I mean, we didn't see anything. I only realized that we'd captured anything once we got back to the airport and we were reviewing the images. So we were totally unaware of anything happening. And I feel like if something flew by or, you know, went by us at a high rate of speed, that we might have actually heard something. But sure enough, within the tiny span of like less than a second, that thing comes out of nowhere. See, there's nothing there in this shot, and I'll go over to the next one, and there it is. like I said, I'm dropping these in the description box so you can have a look for yourself, and let me know what you think. I'll include the RAWs and JPEG for people that don't necessarily have Lightroom or a program that can open this. So let me know what you think, guys. I'm not sure. My best guess is it could be a steam vent releasing off in the distance, but I don't know how I feel about that, because if it were a cloud of steam, it would have had to have been going extremely fast. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. Drop me a comment and download those images. Thanks, guys.